Hello D&D players, this is Matt Colville with a message from your Dungeon Master. Buy them more pizza. Oh, that's a message from me. Oh yeah, your Dungeon Master has a secret and they don't know how to tell you. So they asked me to break the news to you. The thing is, the actual thing of it is, in point of fact, your Dungeon Master is on your side. That can't be, I hear you howl your objection. Just last week, a portcullis trapped us in a room with a gelatinous cube, and when we tried to lift the portcullis, it turned out to be a mimic. This is the work of an evil mind bent upon our destruction. Well, both can be true, but no, forget I said that. It's true, they told me personally, in spite of all the scheming and insanity and the giggling when they read what the monsters can do, in reality, your Dungeon Master is on your side. They want you to win. It's just that they want you to win against incredible odds, and in spite of the monsters doing their level best. They think the smarter the monsters act, the more fiendishly clever the encounter is. When you beat it, you will feel even more like heroes. It will feel earned. It will feel real. That's why the adventure you're in the middle of right now is so insanely hard and weird. Your DM is putting the craziest, most challenging stuff in front of you because they think you can beat it. They think you will have more fun the more challenging the adventure is, and they are really looking forward to your crazy plan. How are you going to beat this? We don't know, but we are dying to find out. But the thing is, and this is really why your DM asked me to send you this video, the thing is, sometimes you come up with a plan and it's a really cool plan. Don't get me wrong, it's a great plan. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the plan. But you try and sometimes keep the plan secret from your DM. You have this series of steps you think will end with you outsmarting the bad guys, and I'm pretty sure it'll work. But the plan, it needs a little help. And that is a big part of the DM's job. They want your plan to work. You know, within reason. It's also the DM's job to make sure that the game makes sense and conforms to the established rules of the game and their world. And sometimes your plan literally doesn't make sense because you've forgotten something important or you misinterpreted something the DM said, and you are basing your plan on that. So you really need to explain why you are doing what you're doing. What do you think will happen? What, ultimately, are you trying to do? What on earth are you trying to do? You think if the DM knows what you're trying to do, they will try and stop you. But that's not true. Your DM wants you to win. So you got to explain why you are doing this. If you want step 3 of your plan to work, you need to explain what steps 1 and 2 are all about. Explain the whole plan. The best solution is to start by asking the DM, hey, could we start by asking your DM how and can we? Is there a way to get from here to the astral plane? Do we know anyone who might know where this item is? Is there a way to destroy this artifact? See what your DM says. You might not get an incredibly straightforward answer, but you'll probably get the first step and then you're on your way. I've always said the heroes in my games can do anything. They can live forever, become gods, start nations, become a lich, kill gods. All they got to do is figure out how. Now, it's also the DM's job to challenge you. That is the central tension of the Dungeon Master's job. They want you to win, so if they know what you're trying to do, they will try and make sure you have all the info you need to have a sporting chance at it, but they also want it to be hard, so it feels like your victories are earned. And if it's hard, then that means you might fail. But failure in D&D is, unlike life, just a temporary setback. The DM is supposed to be neutral, and that neutrality is incredibly valuable. But I often just tell the players, that is a good idea. You should try that. Well, we've talked about this before. That is risky because then the players assume you mean, yes, that is the solution to the problem, the one I was planning on. You've solved it. But in my case, there is no pre-made solution. I create these challenges with no idea how the players are going to solve it. When I say, hey, that's a good idea, you should try that, I mean it literally, and my players have played with me so long, they know that. I just think it might work. Let's see what the dice say. I want to hear the players plotting and scheming so I can help them course correct. Players often invent problems that don't exist. They imagine easy things will be hard, hard things will be easy, and that's because they have imperfect knowledge of the world and the challenge. The players often do not know or remember things that would be obvious to their characters, and that's when we as DMs should step in, remind the players of stuff they may have forgotten, but their characters certainly know. That's it, folks. That's the whole video. Make sure you as players include the Dungeon Master in your plotting and scheming and planning, because at the end of the day, the Dungeon Master is on your side and wants you to win, and the more they know about your plan, the more likely your plan is to work. Short video, I think, like 6 minutes, maybe less, I don't know. Each video is exactly as long as I think it needs to be, and in spite of that, people always think long or short videos are an attempt to game the algorithm. Nope. All our videos are exactly the same length. Each one is as long as it needs to be. This episode brought to you by Arcadia. Issue 8 is coming soon. 3 very cool articles, including 3 new subclasses for players who want to play a hag, or, like a witch. It's your call. More and better rules for harvesting monster organs to use as spell components, which is very robust. Using an Ice Devil's Claw when you cast Alter Self gives you a claw attack. A Griffin's Feather buffs Featherfall or Fly. Kraken Blood buffs your Lightning Bolt. This is something I have always wanted. Oh, and a traveling magic item vendor who might sell you something or hire you to go recover something her customers need. 46 pages, only $5, and you get all the Arcadia back issues. It's a steal. Become a patron today and you'll get an alert when issue 8 drops with all this dope stuff. Next video, what is the difference between setting and rules, and how do they influence each other? It is important. The answer, not the video. In fact, you want some homework? Go watch this Z Bashu video, link in the doobly-doo. Until then, peace out.